As you can see behind me, it's hard to believe that this is a road, but this is Susquehanna Avenue. And so let's go ahead and take a look. I'm going to take my time getting down because it's very slick and icy. So look at this. Going to put the stick pretty far down. As you can see, the water's about up to here. Take a look at this. It's easy to see why that roof of Kurlanchik's furniture peeled back like a sardine can. Now, the owners of Kurlanchik's, they told us they plan on rebuilding, but the future of so many businesses still remains unclear. Kelly and Chris, I've been getting a lot of questions on my Facebook page as to what bridges in West Pittston are open this morning. So I want to get to the one right behind me. This is the Firefighters Memorial Bridge. It remains closed. We dodged a bullet. That says it all. Gives you an idea of the very serious situation here in West Pittston. Let's flip this around again because it's pretty unbelievable this morning. So this is Pike County. Come on, camera. There we go. So this is Pike County. The left-hand lane basically unpassable. The truck in front of us going very slow. Obviously, we are following suit, going very slow as well. We have a story we still got to put together. Whoa, yeah, accidents all over the place, guys. Wow, geez. So, my goodness, up ahead, we just saw about 3 or 4 cars that slid off the roads. Earlier today, we saw many fender benders, minor accidents, and cars sliding on the roadways. A very strong reminder that Mother Nature can pack a very powerful punch. It's noticeably quiet out here on Mundy Street. That's because Wilkes-Barre Township Police, they did put a curfew into place last night, and that curfew will lift at 8 o'clock this morning. They're doing it for your safety. Very latest is that 4 people are dead after an alleged shooting, and according to state police, the alleged shooter is among one of the 4. State police say shortly before 1 o'clock Thursday morning, they received a report of shots fired inside of this Weiss here in Eaton Township on Route 29. The Wilkes-Barre Township Police Chief, he estimates that the damage done is $18 million, and that could continue to grow. And take a look at this. It's easy to see why that roof of Kurlanchik's furniture peeled back like a sardine can. Now, the owners of Kurlanchik's, they told us they plan on rebuilding, but the future of so many businesses still remains unclear.
I don't think we'll actually ever fully recover, only because of the demolition that has to be done. And a lot of the business owners have to decide whether they're going to rebuild here.
The Wilkes-Barre Township Police Chief has released a list of businesses that are condemned. That includes Panera, Tovan and Company, and more. For a full list, head to our website, pahomepage.com. And as for the activities today, that cleanup is underway, and it's going to be a massive undertaking. It's been a tiresome couple of days around the tornado-ravaged Wilkes-Barre Township Commons and Arena Hub Plaza. While many people are not permitted to enter the property, workers like Dave May can. He's been working all night trying to make it safe for property owners to enter.
We're working here to clean up the roads, getting the roads open, getting all the nails and stuff swept off the roads, and clean up the debris over in front of Panera. So we're going to put a fence around it and board all the windows.
It's going to take a lot of people to clean up and rebuild after an EF2 tornado with winds up to 135 miles per hour rocked the area Wednesday. Contractors from the region lending a hand.
This is crazy because it affects everybody around, like in the Wilkes-Barre area, jobs, just so many people who are out of work today.
And it's attracting helping hands from all over the East Coast. For some, seeing the damage in person is unnerving.
Yes, I'm surprised, for that situation. Thank God there's no die people, this happened at nighttime, all store is closed, but thank God everything's safe.
A small sign of progress. The mall has power restored and has resumed normal hours of operation. But as for those businesses in the direct path of destruction, there's still a long way to go.
Yeah, maybe a couple months, yeah.
Yeah, this is home, and you don't get a lot of this close to home. It's devastating. And, this isn't quite as bad as what they were, and thank God nobody was hurt, but the property damage here is pretty severe.
If you look closely, you can see a man in there sifting around that rubble, so some are being allowed inside of their buildings. The big thing we're seeing today, windows and doors being boarded up. And as for this busy road, this main atrium here, well, according to Wilkes-Barre Township Police, they're hopeful to reopen it today. Stick with Eyewitness News as we continue to follow the story both on air and online. Reporting live in Wilkes-Barre Township, Lauren Hensley, Eyewitness News. This was the scene in downtown Shamokin after 1 o'clock Thursday morning. Incredible viewer video shows massive flames overtaking this building on the corner of 8th and Independent Street. It's known as the Fun Shop to neighbors like Michelle Wilson, who watched the fire unfold on social media.
There is no words to describe it. It was just amazing to see it on fire for how long that building's been standing. It's just horrible.
By morning, firefighters continued to put out hot spots, forced to deal with hazardous cold and icy conditions. Weather not the only danger, though. Crews attempted to battle the blaze inside, but were quickly removed because the floor was unstable. And moments after Shamokin fire truck was removed from 8th Street, a portion of the building crumbled. An iconic landmark gone.
Yeah, it's a little heart crushing, to see something go away. Stuff that you knew as a child, and so.
The building has one business inside, a piece of cake, and a multi-purpose room that the deputy chief says was affiliated with the Masonic Temple. Many in the community wondering what will happen next.
Probably another building that we're going to have an eyesore if it doesn't get torn down.
I did speak with the owners of the bakery. They say they didn't want to appear on camera because they're still processing their loss, but they tell me they want to give a big thank you to the volunteer firefighters who've been working tirelessly. This is hour 10 for those volunteer firefighters. Reporting live, Lauren Hensley, Eyewitness News.
Corey was the son that wherever we didn't know where he was, we looked ahead and he was there.
Corey Arrett was a star cross-country runner filled with Dallas high school pride. He was mature for his age as his battle with cancer began at 15.
We found out it was a very rare type of cancer, rhabdomyosarcoma.
Corey lost his battle with cancer, but never stopped fighting. His high school continues to honor the teen who was an all-star on the track and off the track. For the last 5 years, the high school hosts a 5K walk and run that raises cancer awareness and money for scholarships in his name. His story an inspiration for the next generation.
His story is very inspirational. It caused a lot. It's sad that everything happened, but it is something good happening inside the community.
He fought every day, and it's a great time for all of us to show respect and everything.
Their support means the world.
It's almost overwhelming to actually see the strength of this school district.
As it takes a team, a community to battle this disease.
And we encourage them, whenever they have obstacles, to just, keep going, keep trying. No pain, no gain, never stop believing and pray often.
Come on, guys, I'm gonna be in Dallas Township, Lauren Hensley, Eyewitness News. Good Saturday morning to you. Time now is 8:35. I'm Lauren Hensley. We'll get to those headlines in a minute, but first we gotta ask meteorologist Kevin Dirk if we're gonna need that umbrella today. All right, well hopefully the 7-day has some sunshine in store.
I think it does.
Thanks, Kevin. New this morning, police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the discovery of a severely injured woman laying on the interstate. The unidentified woman was spotted by passing drivers around 2:30 this morning on the southbound lanes of Interstate 81 near exit 182. To protect the woman, drivers formed a perimeter around her to prevent her from being struck by traffic as they awaited emergency response. The woman's condition is not known at this time. Witnesses told police they believe they saw her fall or get thrown out of a vehicle. State police are still trying to piece together what left this woman so seriously injured. Also new this morning, a fire broke out around 3:15 in Schuylkill County. Schuylkill County 911 says it happened at a home on Branch Road in Cass Township. Firefighters reported seeing flames as they battled this fully involved fire in Schuylkill County. A Lackawanna County man has been arrested on arson charges, and authorities say he is a suspect in a series of arson fires in the Scranton area. Scranton police arrested 52-year-old John Olszewski last night. The South Scranton man faces a number of felony charges. Investigators say he intentionally set fire earlier this month to a vacant property on Palm Street. They suspect he's behind roughly 10 other arsons in South Scranton dating back to April, and police continue to investigate his involvement. The road to recovery for the tornado tornado devastated businesses in Luzerne County took a step forward yesterday. The badly damaged building that housed Kurlanchik's home furnishing was demolished. The owner and employees say they're happy to move on from this devastation. It's officially summer, and many of us will spend a lot of time in the great outdoors, including some state parks. Eyewitness News reporter Cody Butler stopped by Ricketts Glen to speak with hikers about staying safe on the trail. A serious but bizarre call to 911. A man plummets out of a two-story window, and it may be no accident. Those details ahead. Small fire, big problems. Dozen forced to evacuate a care center. Those people still unable to return home. We tell you what's to blame. And logger, jogger, how some bruise and a run are helping to send care packages to our troops overseas. I'll cheers to that. It's Sunday, April 22nd, 2018. Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Sunday. I'm Lauren Hensley. We'll get to your headlines in a minute, but first we're going to turn things over to meteorologist Kevin Dirk. One man is critically injured in Luzerne County after a two-story fall that may be no accident. State police were called to an apartment building shortly before 7 o'clock Saturday night on the 100 block of East Main Street in Plymouth. They were summoned after reports that a man was pushed out of a second-story window. A man and his girlfriend were in their apartment when reportedly another man kicked down the door and apparently shoved the victim out the window. The victim was rushed to the hospital. No word on the victim's condition or if police have made any arrests. Dozens of tenants were forced from an assisted living center after a rather small fire caused some big problems. People living at Plymouth Manor in downtown Plymouth were forced to evacuate just after 5 o'clock Saturday evening when carpeting caught fire in a hallway. The roughly 35 people who lived there got out okay, and crews were able to put out the flames in less than 30 minutes. But smoke damage means the tenants have to stay elsewhere. A driver plowed into a pedestrian Saturday night on Oxford Street in Hanover Township. That driver then fled the scene. Police are looking for a similar vehicle to this, a 2006 white Ford Mustang with a black top and black stripe on the side. The vehicle may be missing its passenger side mirror. The victim was taken to the Wilkes-Barre General Hospital with serious injuries. No word on the condition at this time. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. A crash between an ATV and a food vendor truck leaves one man dead in Monroe County. It happened just before 6 o'clock Saturday night during a consignment sale at the West End Fairgrounds in Gilbert. The coroner says 40-year-old James Gray Danis of Gilbert lost control of his ATV on Gilbert Road and slammed into the truck. No one else was reported injured. An autopsy on the victim is scheduled for Monday. In an Eyewitness News follow-up now, the Monroe County coroner says it's a Philadelphia area woman who was found dead Friday in the Poconos. The discovery of 24-year-old Nicole Murray's remains ends a 3-month search for this missing woman. The tragic discovery happened at the rear of a trailer home in Tunkhannock Township along Foliage Drive. The coroner calls Murray's death suspicious, but says there's no danger to the public and that investigation continues.